look the same. One tells the truth, the other's lying. And they're both calling my name. This is how feelings are made. This is how feelings are made. No one ever starts that way. This is how feelings are made. Feelings are made.
I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around and say that it's too late to apologize.
Welcome in, everybody. How you guys doing? We're doing another episode of Behind the RP with Jen, Saito, and friends. I should have put friends at the bottom. So let's get started. Today's episode, we're going to be going over Jen and Red being in the hospital together. Some of the conversation that they had, Red's escape from the hospital, and then Jen's reaction to that. So let's get on the phone with them. We are going to have hopefully a few different guests coming in today. Hello, hello. We got everybody.
Hello.
This is Cole, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We got Cole, Officer Cole on the phone. Jen's here, but she looks like she's muted.
She said she had to go do something.
Oh,
Okay.
here I am. Hi.
Here you are. All right. So, welcome in. I'm excited for this one. This one's going to be a fun one to talk about. So, let me get this taken off and turn this down a little bit. So, we can start off here with the discussion that took place between Red. Are you home? Are you at home, Jen?
Am I at home?
Oh, yeah. It sounded like someone was driving in the background.
That'd be cool. To work.
Cool. So there was a discussion that took place between Red and Jen in the hospital after Red woke up. And also, I forgot, there was also the conversation that, I need to turn this down a little bit, that Carter and Red had as well. Is Carter going to be able to be on today?
I don't know. The city's pretty busy right now, so I don't think
Is
so.
it? Oh, well, hey, that's good. That's good. So, we can go pull that part up real quick, and then we'll get into, I know it took place Right about here. Let's get past that part.
Mama, can you hear me?
Here we go. I think it's right here. So in this scene, we are having a discussion here with Carter, and Mama's waking up in the hospital after that little where we left off the night before of her going up to, oh my God, Spotify. My Spotify just stopped working. Where she was up at that spot and was screaming basically at Adam Hunter. So why is my music not there? It is. And so now she's waking up in the hospital and ensues this conversation with Carter here. So we'll go ahead and play this real quick. Oh wait, maybe she doesn't wake up just yet. Hold on. It might have been later.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Let me get to it real quick. I was hoping Carter would be on for this part. Here we go. Here she goes. Here we go. So, Red waking up in the hospital and trying to figure out what in the world is going on here. What's up, Big Joe? Welcome in.
Mama, can you hear me?
Chaka, Dr. Pepper, how are you
Did you
guys?
respond yet?
Oh yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, hey, Mama.
Actually,
How are you feeling? Well, last night they found you, pretty beat up, up at the nudist colony. You were on the edge of the cliff. You've got some really bad cuts to your hand, some bruising on your legs.
Ooh, there we go. That's better.
Lost a lot of blood.
So why am I here?
Well, because you weren't responding, so we put you in a medical-induced coma to let your body try and heal. And I weaned you off sedation medicine just a few minutes ago, and so I'm just trying to see how you're doing.
I shouldn't be here.
Why shouldn't you be here?
I don't belong here.
You do belong here. We're gonna take care of you. Is there anything I can do for you right now?
I shouldn't be here.
Oh, Mama, you should be here. We can take care of you. Do you want me to let you rest a little bit more?
I want you to let me out of here.
I can't let you out of here until we get you cleared.
I'm not supposed to even be here right now.
Oh,
I
you're
was
here.
at peace. Why am I here?
Because you're worth saving, Mama.
Tell me, if I'm worth saving, has a single person come to visit?
I don't think many know you're here because I didn't want to tell anybody that you were here. That's your information. But I can tell you that there's somebody next door who knows you're here. But I need to hear it from you that it's okay for me to let her in here. Do you want to talk to Jen?
she has anything to say, that's fine.
Alright. I'll let her know. I'll be right back.
So in this scene, what I was really trying to point out and get across is, you know, I continuously kept looking over at the photo of Plump that Carter put there. And then I know it's kind of hard because I'm looking over at the right side of the wall where Jen's got all her pictures up on that other side. And technically you shouldn't see through the wall, right? But the point was I was trying to kind of like point out that there's that separation of the support I feel like Jen was getting and the lack of support that Mama was getting. And I was doing that intentionally because I want, and this is where the discussion with Carter is, hopefully at some point maybe she can jump in, that'd be great. But the mindset that Red is in, that it needs to be continuously reminding Mama that she's alone in order for Red to keep that control. And so pointing things out like, has anyone come to visit? You shouldn't be here, things like that, so that Red can keep the control and keep Mama at bay, because there can't be anything that tries to bring her back, right? And so that's what I was trying to continuously point out with that conversation with Carter. Not necessarily a pity party.
Yeah, it's an abusive relationship with yourself.
Exactly.
It's like, look, aha.
Exactly.
Nobody can see you. You're not worth anything.
That's
why we need Red. The world needs Red. You need Red to protect you.
Yeah. Perfectly put. Yeah. It is 100% an abusive, controlling type relationship with that. And so, yes, that was what I was trying to depict and get across, is how alone and how secluded and how, she doesn't have the support. She doesn't have her own son. She doesn't even have Plump. There's nobody. And that is the only way that Red can stay in control. So,
I found it.
Go ahead. Let me pause that right there for you. Go ahead. Uh-oh. You cut out. Uh-oh, did we lose her? Jen, where'd you go? Oh, let me see if I can skip some of these ads today. Uh-oh, it's not letting me. Uh-oh, it's not letting me snooze any ads. Sorry, guys, I'm not going to be able to snooze any ads today. Jen, you there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you able to hear me?
No. We lost you for all I heard you say was I wanted to point out, and then that was all we heard.
Oh, I was going to say I wanted to point out the fact that you let her call you Mama so many times without any kind of like jumping down her throat to
not
be like,
yet.
It's not Mama.
Yeah, not yet.
So, okay, I'm sure if it comes, it comes. But I found that interesting. So I was surprised. Usually
Really?
you're on top of it.
Usually, yeah, but there we go. Now I can move it. There does come a point where that comes out for her basically yelling at Carter. Stop calling me Mama. So that does come. What's up, Dragon? Welcome in. How are you? Okay, so now this next part we're going to get to is... Oh, actually, was there anything on your side, Jen, that we wanted to pull up? Because I have your stream from that day. Was there...
Did we talk about that in character?
Talk about what?
About the wall. Jen's point of view.
I think a little bit we did. I kind of pointed out basically like how many pictures you had up on the wall, because you brought a picture over, and I was like, yeah, we'll get to that part for sure.
Right.
So that was pointed out.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know if Jen was like, hey, that wall was not as meaningful as you think. Like, you think you want that wall, but it really wasn't.
I don't
what
think
you thought.
that conversation took place. That part of the conversation did not take place.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I vaguely remember that conversation happening. I know that Jen wrote on the wall, like, in response to this, like, a picture of her and her kids. And I think she wrote, like, they left. And that was a lot of people on the wall. Like, they left me.
That is true.
So,
That is true. So there
yeah.
was a lot of that on Jen's wall too.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it kind of feels like almost like they're in the same boat.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
but I was wondering before we get to the conversation that you and I had, was there anything that happened on your VOD prior to that you wanted me to highlight for people to see? Do you
No,
recall?
we had a conversation with Lucas,
Uh-huh.
which that was, just to sum it up, he was saying how he missed CMS too. Hey, and Jen was surprised about that because he puts on a very, like, callous kind of, like,
Right.
face. But that was basically it as far as he went. And then Carter was like, you can go in. There was just a lot of hesitation on Jen's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she opens the door, she closes the door, she peeks in, she doesn't say anything, she sits down, like, just that delaying of, like, awkwardness, like,
Yeah.
what do I do here?
I remember that. I was like, are you
Yeah,
gonna come try to talk to me or what?
I know. Well, because, someone's mad at you, you betrayed them, and it's like
Yeah.
this moment of, like, do they want to see? Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe just back out of here.
So let me actually get to that part because let's see, it's right about here. Yeah, right about here. So you went and you brought that picture over from your room that you and I took, and here you are putting it up on the wall, and this is where we had started having our conversation. And remember, Chad, if there's any questions that you guys have for anybody on the call too, go ahead and ask those in the chat.
Oh, sleepy. Just putting the picture up.
Why?
God, my gosh.
Thank you for the daily hello, Cody. It took you a while to get over to me. And I gotta say, the way that you played your character being half blind, that's dedication. That was great.
Why not bother? I think all of a sudden I stopped caring about you.
I should not be here.
Why are you here?
Because somehow I failed again last night.
What do you mean you failed?
I should not be here.
To tell you why you're here?
Because apparently I can't die. I was at peace for a moment, and now it's gone.
Why do you want to die?
And see, I continuously keep looking back at the photo. Why wouldn't I? I've got nothing. I don't even have you.
Don't go anywhere. I'm right here.
I saw the chief outside of your room when I left yesterday. Did you do it?
Did I do what?
Did you betray me?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean did I betray you?
Did you tell him everything?
No.
Did you get your job back?
I don't have my job back either.
What?
I don't have my job back either right now.
I shouldn't be here. I was robbed. I shouldn't be here.
So you had a moment. You had a moment where you thought you didn't have anybody, and then you decide you're just gonna rob every one of you.
I'm sorry. A moment? A moment?
No.
Jen? That photo of me and my son was put there by your mother. He's not even
What?
here.
What?
You put that photo up just now.
Put the photo of me and you up.
My point being, you're my first visitor. No one cares.
Nobody's allowed in. It took me at least 24 hours
Nobody
before I could have a
even
visitor.
cares.
Nobody knows. I didn't know.
posted last night.
Would you
Nobody
post?
cares.
You're overthinking this. Did you remember coming and them telling you that I wasn't here?
Nobody tried
on
calling
here.
me or texting me, trying to find out if I was okay. And I don't need it anyway.
Yeah, well,
But
nobody
my
did that with me.
point being
except
is
you.
nobody is going to miss me. I shouldn't
Oh.
be here.
Think it's that easy, huh? Nobody's gonna
shouldn't.
miss you, huh?
Jen, shut up.
No, I'm not gonna shut up. How did you feel when you found my stuff in Mexico, huh? Huh?
You want to know what really
Did you
upset
feel good
me?
about it?
No,
Go ahead.
it pissed me off. You want to know why? Because some of the stuff that you put there was not supposed to be known by PD yet.
You know what?
So I was trying to take a jab at Jen
I
right there.
actually didn't care.
I
Because-
still do because
He knew I knew. Is that what you're referring to? And that's what you cared about?
no.
That's your reaction? To me? Being there with all my stuff scattered everywhere. You were angry about the stuff that was written that unbelievable.
You don't understand.
No.
I
was-
made
Oh.
I went to the graveyard yesterday. I paid Mama's grave a visit, and there was an empty headstone next to it.
Okay.
I carved your name into it so that we would be side by side. After our talk yesterday, I destroyed it.
You destroyed it.
Yeah, I destroyed it.
because I'm here, and it wasn't a success like it was for.
I destroyed it before I tried to do this to myself. They win, I lose. End of story. I shouldn't be here.
You have a purpose.
Oh, do I?
Do you? You work so hard, and now all of a sudden you don't have a purpose.
You said that you were going to have to tell PD everything. That they were going to interrogate you and you were going to have to give them the information.
Yeah, I gave them the information. They asked me.
I can barely hear you.
Said, and I gave them information.
Then
They
no.
interrogated me.
Then no, I don't have a purpose anymore. That was the answer to my question. That's all I needed to know.
You're just like everybody else who jumps to think you know what I've said.
And you're just like everyone
You
else, Jen, betraying me until I've got nothing left.
Betraying you when you told me to go back to my old self. Listening to you is betraying you.
What do you mean?
You told me on the phone. You went out of there. Get back to your old self.
I said pretend.
Well,
I
what
didn't
do
say
you
go
think?
back.
Okay. Well, I hate to tell you, but my old self was a lot of pretending. Okay. A lot of pretending that I could do things that I couldn't have done. Was happening in my old self. Pretending I was happy. Pretending I was strong. Pretending I didn't have emotions. All of it was pretend. Because I couldn't be who I was. It wasn't accepted. And you, no faith in me that I would just give all the information. You automatically assumed it, like everybody else has assumed it from me.
You'll have to forgive me. I've got quite the track record around here. I lose people every day, one by one. Honestly, it wouldn't have surprised me.
I gave them information that I believed you would be okay with.
Like what?
I gave them information I knew PD knew. Because I was given that information about the investigation.
But then, what exactly did you tell them? Because that ruins my plausible deniability. I've never been caught doing anything.
You told me yourself the other night, if you're gonna get caught for anything,
I forgot how long this
you didn't
conversation
care
was,
about
my
the
goodness.
drugs. That is the least of your worries.
But I'm not gonna go provide that information freely.
They have that information, Red. They've had that information. They still have it.
Again, plausible deniability. You just confirmed everything to them.
So has everybody else in the city. You think I'm the only one? We confirmed it when we knew you were doing it months ago, before I left. People talk over nothing. The stuff I've heard from CIs is enough to put this whole city behind bars. none of what we've talked about, the core of what needed to be done, has been talked about. That is what I'm protecting. How much hard work you've done. So what? You go to drug on a drug charge. Go to jail on a drug charge.
What else did you tell them?
They asked where your compound was. Oh, I know. They've been looking for this compound. Told them you blindfolded me. I was unsure of the location, but it was a cave that had water. In the ocean. None of that will impact you. Because I don't know anything.
I'm gonna see if I can get to where
But I know that,
there's so much conversation I didn't realize.
honestly, he knew this.
Only thing
That's not
they
true.
have, and you start yourself in a mess. So that's us just going back and forth over what evidence you gave them, pretty much.
Oh, good. It's not all about you.
Here we go. Never said it was. Okay. So she storms out of there, and now I'm all pissed off, and she's all pissed off, and there we go. So it was a long conversation, but it was just basically us going back and forth over what information she did give PD, and her explaining how the information that she gave PD was not detrimental necessarily to what was going on, etc., etc. So from your side of things, is there anything that was going through Jen's mind that you wanted to point out about that whole conversation we just had?
I mean, that's just it's a weird situation to be in because obviously PD knows that we've been close and there has to be some sort of information Jen has to give out. And then
Right.
picking and choosing that was really difficult because no matter what I would say, like my character would feel like she's betraying you.
Well,
And then
that,
just obviously-
that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, and that was the really hard part. It wasn't like I could be like, well, I don't know, I don't remember any of this. So they probably would have kept her for another week if that happened. So, you know, I think when BBG said, or Lee said, you know, you're giving me crumbs, you're giving me crumbs. I mean, that was intentional, obviously.
Right.
I'm not gonna just
Well,
give
and
everything
you were
out.
really, technically, you were really between a rock and a hard place because,
Mm.
you know, you're trying to prove that you're on PD's side to go be
Yeah.
able to go back to PD's side, but at the same time, desperately trying not to reveal anything too major. But in Red's mind, anything you reveal at all is a betrayal. So that's where, like I said, it's
Right.
a rock and a hard place for you. But I think that's the first time we actually had a conversation where we got mad at each other.
Yeah, you know, the thing was, like you said, I mean, Jen's always had, I guess, always been aware that she needed to keep the crumbs rolling, even when, you know, Red and her had that bond. Like, Jen was still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I'm not
Right.
sure if that's just the character or the strategy of it. I mean, there was strategy in it, right? Like, you give me, I give you. Yes, we have to give a little. Like, I went to AJ and I was like, hey, there's this camera in the DOJ, and he suspected it was from you because of whatever. Now, Jen had no clue if it was you. We already talked about that a little bit. But
Right.
he then told Jen about the investigation. And so once I saw that it was going to be like that, back and forth, the Michael situation. And
Right.
Jen went to AJ about that because that was really hard, right? Because Jen knew Michael was going to be working with Red. There was a part of Jen that thought, this is not a good idea. He's not someone we should have on our side if we need, like, she thought he was going to blow the whole thing. So she was going to stop it ahead of time, but she never had that discussion with
You
Red
thought
ahead of time
Michael was
either.
going to blow it?
Yeah, at some point. Because he
Oh.
had been trying to push hard to become a lawyer, and I was like, if we let him in, he's going to blow it. So Jen didn't have that conversation with Red, but she went to PD, and she told AJ, like, Michael's trying to get in because he's going to be feeding information back. He made a mistake in saying that at the apartment, so Jen felt safe enough to say it to kind of cover Red, essentially, but it did give out some information that Michael was trying to feed the MDT back to Red, right? So
Right.
I ended up getting information from PD
Right.
because now they were like, hey, we could trust you. She's giving us valid information. She's trying to save us from somebody coming in doing this. In fact, he had the interview at 2:00 that day, and AJ's like, how am I going to tell Chief without telling Chief that you're coming to me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to put an anonymous 911 in and say he's trying to buy heroin at the apartments. And that's what we did. So we set it up, and I was like, hey, this guy Michael says he's going to be a lawyer. He's trying to sell. So that he had proof that he could show Chief that this was happening earlier, enough to put doubt in his mind. Right? Like, that was the idea.
That's
So,
sneaky. That's very sneaky.
yeah.
But
And
I
a
will
lot
say,
of this, Red had no clue about, right?
Right. I will say
Purposely.
I knew Michael was not going to get into PD.
Well, he was going to be a lawyer.
The
He
lawyer
would have
thing,
had
yeah.
all that information anyway, though, because they have MDT. So
Oh, so
he
this
didn't
was a
have
way
to
to
go to
get him out
PD.
completely.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
He was going out anyway. It wasn't like he really was working on it. He was buying heroin at the apartment. It was a legit concern.
Yeah.
But it had never ended up happening, and that was fine. But yeah, there was a lot of things that Jen was doing that Red had no clue about, because Jen was setting. The way that I look at it is Jen was like, "Hey, you're a mastermind, Red. I'm a mastermind." Like, but you don't see that.
Right. No,
But she
and
always had
that's
Red
true.
in good intentions.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think that's why our characters have worked so well together. But it's just
Yeah.
this contrast of you being on one side of the law and me being on the other. So that
Yeah,
makes
I
it
know.
interesting, not to say the least. Jawbreaker's asking, did Red Mama do this sort of thing as a way to see what info Jen gave out or not? Yes. So the initial thing that I did, where I went to that thing and was screaming about Adam Hunter, that was kind of just to bring the story full circle, with her being completely by herself and outed, and basically what Adam promised her from day one is that he will ruin her. And so that was to kind of bring that story for full circle of she is completely ruined as a person. She's got zero people, zero anybody. But then I took it a step further to say, like, I need to get into the hospital with Jen. So played up that whole scene. I didn't know they were going to put me right next to her. That was interesting. That was like, actually worked out perfectly. But it wasn't intentional to get into it was intended to get into the hospital to see what information, because they weren't going to let me back in there after she basically kicked me out. She basically kicked me out and said, I'm cutting you off. So now I need to find out what kind of conversation she had with Chief, what information she spilled, even if it was a simple thing where, I was overhearing conversation in the hallway or something. I needed to get back into that hospital to be close to her to figure out what was going on and how severe of a betrayal just happened, even though she didn't technically really betray. My character didn't know that, so. Anyways, okay, so let's get to the next part here. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on before
Did
we
you
go?
see when Jen came back and made coffee for her?
When you were spilling it all over the place?
Yeah.
Did you come back
Did
into
you know
this
why,
room?
though?
No.
That was the whole setup for the bugs.
Oh.
Right, so on my
Yeah.
side, you would see that she went to, I'll just save you from having to switch screens. She went in, she spilt it all over accidentally.
Yeah.
And then she went to the vase that had, like, soil and bugs, whatever. And she took all, like, the ants and everything and she scattered it around her room. And then around every single room except for the room where there's 2 beds in it.
Uh-huh.
Well, 3, technically. Because her intention was to get Red and herself in the same room. So there's, like, this whole long RP of me putting bugs everywhere and, like, moving spiders.
And then and then
you just leave. And I was like, I'm fucking done. It's like, well, that.
I just break out of the hospital.
But it was so funny. I had to stop. I was hysterical when I was like, the part when Jen's like, I just want to let you know I'm gonna have the bed by the window. I was just like, it was such a moment. It was so funny. I couldn't
That
stop.
was good. So let's see. Now, at this point, we're gonna go to.
Highly impressed you put your jacket on from the rack.
Oh yeah. Oh, let
That's
me get to
great.
that part actually. Yeah, it's just basically trying to find a way to get out of here, obviously.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show really this. I had so much fun doing this scene because this actually got to really show the mental instability of my character now. She starts even sounding a little crazy. She's desperately trying to get out of the hospital. She freaks out when the word therapist is mentioned. And that's Red freaking out, not Mama. That's Red
Right.
freaking out because she knows a therapist is going to try to quote unquote fix her, make her better. And all
Right, which Jen had that conversation with her too.
exactly. That's all that's going to do is bring Mama back out, and that's the last thing Red needs right now. So she completely freaked out when therapist was mentioned, and started literally doing whatever she could do to figure out how to get out of that hospital. So, Kenny, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Thank you. Where she actually gets out.
State we found you.
Here we go. So this is where she's actually finally losing it. She's losing it here. I need out of here. Move.
Mama,
I need out. Just open the door and let me out of here.
I'm not
Just
gonna let you
go.
out of here. I can't
I
let you
need
out.
Out. Yes,
I
you
can't
can.
let you out. No, I can't.
Yes, you can. You can let me go.
Not until you talk to the therapist and she's on her way.
I'm
I
not
need
talking
you.
to a therapist.
Until she says you can go, I can't let you
I
out
am
because
not
of the state we found you in last night.
Talking to a therapist. Let me out of here now.
I'm not letting you out. I'm not letting you out.
You.
For your own safety, I'm not letting you out.
I need
I
out
do
of
not
here.
have to let you out.
Yes,
For
you
your own
do.
safety, no. For your own safety, you're staying
I
here.
need out of here. I need out.
I'll get you out
Let me
soon.
fucking out of here. I'm not talking to a therapist. I'm not talking to a therapist. Let me out of here now.
I'm not
out of
letting.
here. I need out.
Mama,
Let me out of here.
Mama,
I
Mama,
need out of here.
stop kicking the windows. It's gonna be okay.
No.
We will get you out of
No.
here.
Jen did the same thing.
Get me out of here. I'm not talking to a therapist. I'm not talking to a fucking therapist. Get me out of here. Let me go. I need you. Get me out of here now. I need out of here.
Mama,
Don't call me Mama.
that's your name.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It is
But
not.
would you like me to call you Red? I can call you Red if that's what you would like.
That is who I am. And you will open these doors. And you will
I
let
will
me
not
out
open
of
these
here
doors.
now.
No. It's for your own safety,
It
Mama.
is for your
The con-
safety that you will let me out.
I can't let you out.
Fucking out. I need out. I need out of here. I need fucking out of here. You will let me go. You will open the fucking door and you will let me out of here. I need 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 out. I need out of here. I need out of here. I need out of here. You need to open this door. You need to fucking let me out. You're gonna open
I'm
this
not gonna
door.
let you out.
I need out of here. I need out
Mama,
of
can
here.
we go back into your room?
No, I'm not going back in that room. You're gonna let me out.
I can't let you out.
Let me out of here, please. Please. Carter. I need to go.
Red, I get that, but for your own safety, I need her to just evaluate you. I can't let you go. I am scared you will hurt yourself. I'm not worried about you hurting others, but I'm worried about you hurting yourself because of what you said to me in there when you first woke up. And because of the state we found you in last night. I just need her to evaluate you.
Fine. How long before she gets here?
Just a few minutes, okay?
Fine. So, I was going to ask you because I've been curious and I haven't.
I appreciate it.
Where
Red.
was Jen during this whole thing? Like, were you just sitting in your room setting up the bugs?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
that
I'm
makes
watching
sense.
back on my side, like what I was doing
Oh, so in case
during
there's
that
something.
time. They took me outside for a while.
Oh, they
I
took
think
you
they went to
outside?
separation. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
for a little bit. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
But yeah, then I was setting up the bugs.
You were setting up the bugs. I love that.
Setting up the bugs.
So if you're watching back on your side, is there any parts that you want me to pull up from yours?
Nothing yet. Like I said,
Nothing
I
yet.
think I went over the bug situation, so
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
that was happening.
So yeah, that was to kind of just really show as an example of the mental state of like her just literally fully freaking out finally.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Jen had that as well.
Love it.
It
Love
was
it.
bad. Yeah.
Jawbreaker made a very accurate statement here that it was about a mirrored mental show for both characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much
Really
so.
was.
I think that Jen had it especially hard because she had all her different family members and their opinions or
Yeah.
feelings, which has to be very tough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely pulls it one way. Like these are the people who remind you of who you were. Like if Plump was there, and being like, Mom, like Mama would start to be like pulling almost like that Alien movie, like just that pull. So.
And that's and then that actually that brings up a great point as to how Jen is just not able to go down that dark path because she's got too many people pulling her back, right?
Yeah.
And then it shows the difference with Mama, because she doesn't have people doing that for her anymore.
Right.
And they've slowly, yeah. Go ahead.
There was a real reaction to waking up the next morning with Carter's wall. Like a real reaction where I was like, I was not happy because I had been, in this mindset of waking up and being just continuing on growing the new Jen. And
Right.
I woke up to like our song playing and, like all of these memories. And I was just like,
Yep.
I was so angry. And then she's like, it's funny because she said on the side, she's like, you're going to cry when you see it. And like, obviously me as a person, I'm like, oh, that's sweet. And then Jen is like, F them all. They all suck. They've all betrayed me. And now you've put like these reminders. So like I said, absolutely it was just a constant pull back to Jen. And then, like I said, the family members and everything. Because, like, Lucas thinks Jen's crazy. I mean, all the time. I mean, it's just,
Lucas
he's my
thinks
brother,
everyone's crazy, okay?
yeah. I mean, so, you know, he'll be like, yeah, snap out of it. What are you doing? What are you doing, sis, like this? And, yeah.
And that's a point that I guess Red was really trying to. It wasn't a jealousy thing. It wasn't like, oh, I'm jealous that Jen is getting all this attention and Red isn't, or Mama isn't. But it was it was intended to drive Mama down further, you know, and remind her, like I said, is you don't have, look at all these people that Jen has. Look at all those photos that Jen has on her wall. You don't have any of that.
Right.
And
Good. I mean,
yep.
Who knew that wall would be such a thing for both our characters, right?
Exactly.
Like, she was just like, I'm just going to decorate the room. And it created so many feelings.
A lot of our peace, emotions sparked from that.
Damn that wall.
So good on Carter for putting that wall up.
Hell yeah. And I could not wait till my character was in some sort of condition to walk over there and, like, write all over it. I borrowed a pen from Jess and I just wrote Red, like, on everything.
Yeah.
You know, betrayed me. Left me.
That's good. That's good. All right. So then this next part here, let's see. We go back in the room. Jen comes. You come back in. What did you come back in? Oh, that was you spilling the coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, that was the start of the bugs.
That was the start of the bugs because I was in my head.
Because I was like, there's just no way that we'd have time together. I did think about trying to talk to you through the wall. And then I realized, like, I'm not sure if she could hear me.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Because I was knocking on the wall before. Yeah, there's the bugs.
I could see your /me's, but that's all I could
okay.
see. Yeah. They're not letting me out of here.
And it sucked because I tried to talk loud so you could hear it, but
yeah, no. They definitely soundproofed those walls.
I think we should go in the hallway because it's sad.
So, let's see here. So that's the bugs everywhere. Get her to unlock the door. I'm gonna hide.
No.
Try to sneak out.
I just thought if we can get to be together in the same room, we'd be able to have more conversation and plans to plan out what we're going to do next. Whereas that would have never been really allowed if we didn't. And that's the only thing I could think of.
I wish I kind of would have known about that because
yeah, me too.
I would have waited for the breakout, but they were bringing the therapist down there in 10 minutes. So
yeah.
I felt so pressed for time because I was like, there is zero way that my character is going to talk to a therapist right now. You know, like that was...
It's good because... Go ahead.
I was going to say that was like the devil right there.
Oh, yeah. Jen's not happy with her either. But I know I just had envisioned that we'd have like planning time. You know, whereas it looks like we're innocently together because of the infestation. Right. But really, that would give Jen and Red some time to chit-chat about the future and plan something. So and
then I go and I pull that stent on you the next day.
Yeah, but it was good because, well, I mean, it wasn't great, but it was okay that it happened that way. But there was a real reaction to it, to that happening. And from my side with JC now, if you want to pull that up, I could give you the time on that.
Okay, yeah.
But we can wait. We can wait till the time where they get there.
Oh, with JC, yes.
Yeah, because Nova comes in on my side. They take me outside. This is probably when you coordinated everything. I came back in. I got dressed for surgery. And I was like, hey, is there a possibility that I'm going to go blind? And they're like, yeah, there's always a slight possibility. I'm like, well, then I need to see Red before I go. And so that's when I came in. And so that's a good point to take off from.
Okay, so I think part of that is muted.
It is, yeah, part of it is phone call.
But I have it on my side on that part, just you and I talking, but then there's the phone call on your end that I can pull that part up.
Yeah, like 227, something like that.
227? Let me see.
Is my end. So you could start with us being put in a room together.
Okay. Let me get that.
Now, you had already planned all this, so Jen had no clue about
Well,
this.
I had it. I was still in the process. So like, I had. Where is it? I didn't plan it. I was literally. I guess you could say this is me planning right here. Is me sitting here looking out a window, thinking, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" So I just had literally my character just looking out a window, watching traffic, trying to think of something. And
Right.
it wasn't until.
I want to ask you straightforward. Were you trying to end your life?
Oh, this is a good conversation that I had with Nova here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'll talk.
Let's hear it.
Let's go to that part. So she comes over trying to figure out, for her investigation, what was going on with that whole scene. That's amazing, Kenny. While this is playing, I'm going to be right back. That's awesome. I'm happy.
Ready? Want to talk about last night?
Are you the therapist?
I do have to ask you a couple questions just because a part of the PD investigation. I do apologize. 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to have to call you right back. I'm in the middle of something. Well, it's actually interim chief now, okay? Yep, okay, I'll talk to you in a moment. Bye. We just have to ask why you would do that to yourself. Why would you hurt yourself?
It was an accident.
It was an accident? There sure was a lot of writing for it to be an accident. It seems pretty intentional.
I didn't want it to go to waste.
Okay, Red, listen, I'm gonna ask you straightforward. Were you trying to end your life?
No.
Were you doing this for attention?
No.
Were you doing this to get in the hospital with Jen?
No. Yes was the answer to that, but I wasn't going to say yes.
So it was just an accident. You just went a little too far? No one assisted you?
No.
Well, I hope the therapist can help you and understand what's going on with you.
It was just an accident.
Okay. Just an accident. 100% don't believe it was just an accident.
Anyways, so what I was going to say about that part of... Oh, that's what I was going to say. Because she obviously with her investigation of what she's trying to figure out, was asking, like, were you trying to end your life or anything like that? And I wanted to clarify the reason that I did that whole thing, too, because I've got this thing that I've been RPing out for a while since the day Cruz left, because of the whole thing that went down with that, is that I can't die, right? That's the Red's whole thing right now, is I can't die. I almost playing out like an immortal type thing, like no matter what she does.
You're gonna tempt fate a little bit.
Yeah, no matter what she does, she can't seem to do anything to do that. So that's why I was saying the stuff that I was doing and stuff. Anyways, okay, so let's get to... This is where I started trying to set it up. So I was going through my phone and I was calling absolutely everyone. Nobody was awake.
Did everybody call you back after all that?
No, nobody called.
I feel like when I do that, they're like, "Hey, did you call me?" I'm like, I don't need you anymore."
I did get a next day. I got a call back from somebody.
Your call has been
but it was like, it's all right now. I got it figured out. Here we go. This is where I was finally able to get a hold of somebody, and lo and behold,
good old syndicate.
It was...
Oh, Dwight. Oh my gosh, that was so funny when you were in the bathroom, but okay.
I love doing that. Oh, come on, where is it? Yep, right there. I love doing that. When I go in my head using the bathroom because
Yeah,
if
but
somebody
did you
walks
know there was a
in-
whole scene with that?
Yeah, no. I went back and watched it after the fact.
That's funny.
But I love doing that because it sets up. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had shields walk in on me while I was in the bathroom when I used to do that at
I do the
EMS,
same
and
thing. Mhm.
it just sets up
I
so
do the
much
same
RP.
exact thing, which is funny. I take showers in the bathroom.
Exactly. So this is the call to Dwight that got this whole thing going.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Nope. Harry, what's up?
I need you to do me a favor.
Okay, go ahead.
I need you to get me out of this hospital.
Pillbox?
Yes. They have me locked in the back. I need out of here.
Okay. By any means necessary?
Yes.
Alright, give me some time. Let me get ready and I'll get you out as soon as I can.
Thank you.
Alright, I'll let you.
And shout out to fucking Dwight. That's a ride or die right there. Any means necessary. And he's just like, all right, let me get on it. So this is the bathroom thing where you guys walked in. Right about. So I'm just sitting here in my head. There, that's when you walk in, I think, right?
How you doing in here?
Yeah, we all walked in a few times, and then eventually I did a wellness check on you.
Hello? I'm gonna move you to your bed so I can check on you real quick.
You don't take a person off the toilet.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. I left at that point.
Oh, did the conversation already happen?
There was really not much of a conversation. We were
Oh,
outside.
okay.
Yeah, this is just her checking on you.
Okay, gotcha.
There's nothing juicy here. You know, just
Okay, here's this conversation with you and I.
Yeah. Talking over really quick.
There we go. What?
Oh, that's not it. You should watch it from my POV.
Oh, from yours? If it's not muted, yeah. Let me pull it up.
It's
and
well,
see.
the part that I'm talking about is not muted. Yeah, this I came back to say goodbye. Oh. And then we had that conversation.
Okay.
227.
227? Okay, let me pull that up here.
The other thing that's annoying is it's half black, but
No, it's fine, because that was the whole point of it,
that's the
though.
eye.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is from Jen's point of view on this one. Here we go. It'll come out. There we go.
I'm sure nothing's gonna happen, but just wanted to at least I don't know. So I guess before. So the thing is, JC knows about everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna harp on that right now. So having JC try to get in to save
I wish you luck.
Red and not really come to see Jen was really big for me as
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, I kind of saw your side where you were just so pissed off. So there's JC calling you. Yeah.
Hi.
Is that all?
Hello?
Hi.
I'm hearing you're in the hospital?
I'm about to go for major surgery. I'm gonna have to call you back, or maybe you can come up and see me.
See, I got a phone call at the same
I'm here
time,
right now.
too.
You think I can come back and see you real quick?
Yeah, if they let you.
Alright, who do I ask?
Just ask the front, say you want to see me. But that whole part felt like he was using me.
Alright, I put you on speaker so you can ask if I can come back?
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey,
Like here, try to get the nurses
Sato's
to
asking if
let
I can
me
go
in
see
from
her in the
back
back. Is that
door.
okay? She goes in for major surgery?
That's right before I go for surgery. Like where the waiting room is.
I'm not sure. It's kind of iffy, people going in and out. I'd have to double check.
You know EMS
Alright,
is
can you double
changing
check
all
them?
their procedures after this, right?
Like in that. Oh, really? Hallway.
I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready?
I was confused how
Perfect.
why they were apprehensive.
Who, EMS?
Hey, Red.
Yeah, because they let everybody else back there. I had a
Mm.
friend who just wants to see me. He's gonna be where the ER is just to say hi.
Just
Go
say
ahead.
bye.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chat long.
Okay.
Probably because they were masked up and they were
I know,
all in
and
the
he has
lobby
surgery,
that they were
surgery's
acting
Monday,
like that.
Maybe. I think they had a hunch something was going on.
Yeah, I think they did probably.
And it's depending on how many people were actually there.
Right.
Alright, just follow me.
Okay.
Go through this door, and then we'll wait for them.
Okay. There he is.
10-4.
Hey. Wait, where'd he go?
Be
Okay.
careful. Yep, why don't you stay right there and he'll come to you.
Hi.
So this is where it gets
There we
Hi.
go.
juicy.
Damn, what the fuck happened to you?
Shut up. This was a bad moment for our friendship.
What happened?
There's just too much to talk about. But,
Okay.
I have no eye.
EMS,
left eye
do
is
us a favor.
blind right
Oh,
now.
just
Flash
open
your
the back
panic
door.
button and every single one of these, put your hands up
Oh,
where we
shit.
can see them.
Hands up, no panic buttons, hands up.
No panic buttons, hands up.
I don't think they listened to that part about no panic
Stick
buttons,
right
though.
to the back.
No panic
Well, I
buttons.
actually did come to see you, of course, but also came for something else.
It's okay, it's okay.
I just came for a certain person. Well, like I said, I came.
We're just gonna take your video.
Why? Why are you doing that? There was a moment like, why are you forgetting about
any
Jen?
one of you guys? Okay, I want you guys to hear us clearly. If you
I will
hit that panic,
explain that part.
it's gonna
If
be
you hit the
crazy
panic
issues
though, it's
going
gonna be
on.
a
Okay,
different story.
all right. We're
Did you
not
guys
here
hear
What
that?
the
to hurt
heck?
any one of y'all. All right.
Y'all
So
get the older
please
video.
don't do nothing stupid. Oh, let's go. Unlock the doors. Let's go.
Come
Head to the
unlock
back.
these doors.
We need the
Whoever's
back
got
door
keys,
open.
come unlock these doors.
Let's
Go.
go.
Let's go.
Move it. Move it.
Where are we
Move it.
going?
Let's
Whoever's
go.
got keys, come unlock the doors. Come on.
Let's go.
PD's outside now.
They're trying to
Walk.
rescue Red.
Come on, walk, walk.
Walk.
Walk, walk, walk. Come on.
Jen, just
Keep
I
it
can't see.
going.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see.
She can't
Keep
see.
it.
I can't see.
Walk.
I'm blind.
It's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna give her a second. You
Right.
can help her.
Somebody was on the other side of the door. I couldn't get
Don't
through.
worry, don't worry.
Nice way to play it off, though.
I
She
can't see.
literally
Yeah.
cannot see.
Get the
I
EMS
can't
in
see. I
here.
can't see.
It's okay. You can help her. You can help her.
I don't
We just came
know.
to grab someone. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. We ain't take nothing. We ain't trying to do nothing. Redhead, follow me.
I
Or
can't
Greenhead,
see. I
follow me.
can't see. Help!
Jen, follow me.
I can't see you.
Going with you. Behind. Okay, walk straight. Can you just have her stay with me because she can't see anything?
She wanted to go in for surgery.
And here goes me running out the door.
Right, Red, let's go.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no
No.
way.
What are you doing? She needs help. What are you doing?
She ran out. She ran
No.
out.
What are you doing? There was a part of that Jen that had
Jen,
hope
Jen, get back,
No.
Jen, get back
that
in, get back in.
Mama came back out.
What are you
You know,
doing?
after some therapy. So I think that was what that call was about.
Say that again.
I think there was a moment of hope that maybe Jen had with the whole therapist situation. That Mama might come back out. You know, like what? You know, she needs help.
Right.
She says to JC, she needs help.
Yep.
You know, and then when you're leaving and she's calling out, that was the desperation of like so close. Not that she doesn't like Red or any of that, but
Yeah, that she wants Mama back.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's a good
That
point
was
to
the
point
chance that slipped through the fingers.
And then they
PD's
take
out there, they're
off.
gonna help
And
her.
then the
I know,
betrayal
PD's out there, they're gonna help her.
feeling.
Just calm down.
She's not well.
She's not well.
She's not well.
Oh, that's good shit right there.
You're gonna help her.
So
Well,
All right, all right.
Jen goes through the surgery.
yeah.
everything that
So
But
I
now
happens
then,
do.
to whoever is
okay,
not shook up.
Oh, I
you
was
gotta
gonna say.
split it.
Yeah, we're gonna split it because I'm gonna go back to my side to show that part as
Yes.
well. But I do want to point something out. There was two because you said something just now. Why is that blurry? No, 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 no. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Okay, back to that. Sorry. That was blurry. That was weird. That you pointed out that I didn't come back for Jen and take
Yeah.
Jen with us and help Jen escape with me. So there was two parts. First of all, we had just had a conversation about you going in for eye surgery and that you needed that eye surgery to be able to get back on PD. And if you didn't get the surgery, you weren't going to be getting your job back. So that was one part of it, right? As me trying to take you out of that hospital would put your surgery on hold. The second part is the whole reason Red was there in the first place was to find out what Jen said and then get the fuck out of there. So it wasn't like I was necessarily trying to help you escape. I was just trying to get in, get my information, and get out. And then being put at risk of having to speak to this therapist complicated that big time. And then I had to do like this crazy escape, which I didn't know it was even gonna go down that way. It just kind of worked out, but it was good shit. But that's why she didn't come back for Jen. It was never an intention to try to break Jen out of the hospital. It was to break into the hospital in a sense, find out what Jen said, and then get out of there.
I think from my character's POV, it was more so that she knew that staying in that hospital was going to continue to pull Jen back to the original Jen, right? Like, and we had that conversation about pretending to go back to who we were. So she felt like in that sense she got left behind. So that's when Jen writes all those letters and she's really angry and
which
there's
I've never seen any of the letters that you've written.
It's in this one, yeah. Oh, you never saw it, or
like
in character?
In character, like you've never given me any of those, and I don't think I've even
No.
seen them on your stream either.
Yeah, so that's the end of this. Is when you leave her, there's an overall feeling of like she could have rescued Jen.
She could have.
You know, even with the pretending, she could have rescued Jen to the point, you know, because hostage, you know, you're gonna go regardless. But she could have, and got her out of there, so she was not exposed to the therapy that they were trying to give both of them.
Right.
You know, so. Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point. So then that puts that whole RP spiral of Jen feeling betrayed into the mix now.
Oh yeah, this is like at the very end you'll see, when we go back, just that constant. Oh,
that's bad. Oh no, maybe this betrayal is what Jen needs to get to Mama's level.
Maybe.
Okay, so then the next is on this side. I'm back here. So we just had that conversation. And here the therapist comes. And she's good too, I gotta say.
You know,
I think she's great. Oh, hold on.
She is great.
Here we go.
But she held Jen hostage the next day, so there's a whole thing with that.
Oh shit. So you're on the phone with JC. I got a phone call from Dwight. Well, I don't have to go back and show it, but I got a call from Dwight saying that they were, or no, from Patty,
where the surgery
saying
is,
they
like,
were
where the
there,
ER is.
And to
Like
get
in
ready.
that
So that was the phone call that I had in the room while you were on the phone with JC. And then now we come out here and start talking to the therapist.
Perfect.
So while you guys are going out there, you're gonna go see
Hey,
JC.
Red. I want to introduce
I'm back
myself.
here with the
I am
therapist.
the therapist here. My name is Tessa Pretty. And I'm under the understanding that we just need to get a clearance to make sure that, you know, you're
Give me a
good.
moment, please.
Yeah, of course.
Hello.
Hello. Hey. I'm here with a couple of friends, and are you with the therapist right now?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Lord. We're trying to get you. We want to do something unthinkable, but I don't know if, you know. We're just gonna do it and wish for the best, okay?
All right.
All right. So just be ready, and we are about to put everyone here on at gunpoint to get you out.
I'm all the way in the back.
Yep.
All right, here we go. My apologies.
Yeah, no problem at all. So first, I just want to ask you, where do you feel more comfortable talking? Do you want to go sit into a room? Do you want to talk out here? Do you want to talk by a window? I want you to feel as comfortable as possible, so I'm going to leave that up to you.
All the rooms have bugs in them.
They do. Yeah, I saw that.
Right here's fine.
Would you like... Right here's fine? Okay. So I was actually on scene last night. I'm one of the paramedics that was working on getting you transported back here after your accident. There was a lot of blood loss. Didn't look like we found any kind of foul play. I haven't gotten a chance to read your report fully from the surgeries, but obviously, given that you are standing here in front of us today, your recovery has gone relatively well. It's going to be a bit of a process as you heal, as your body heals from the wounds that were inflicted. I have to ask you, were they self-inflicted, these wounds that you had that caused all this blood loss?
It was an accident.
When you say accident, what were you doing exactly that caused this accident? And now I want you to know before you answer that anything that is discussed between you and I stays between you and I. Any report that is written is from my eyes only. Nobody can gain any access to it unless I have a court order.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Stay right here. Surrender both of you.
So I just book it. Well, what I should have done is let them take me hostage so it looked like I was a victim. That's what I should have done. Oh well.
Okay, Red, let's go. Red, this car over here. We have her.
Back up. All of y'all back. Where is she?
In my car, let's go.
Drive.
And then ensues a crazy chase, which was so much fun. And this is kind of where I want to start bringing Cole. Cole's on the phone still with us.
How good of a driver are
I
you?
wanted to bring him in for this side of things since he was, I believe, on
We're
this
gonna get a
chase as
swap
well,
from
weren't
him.
you? Are you still there, Cole?
Someone get rid of someone in that furnace, and whoever's in the furnace, come get Red.
I think he's muted.
He's muted. Okay, well, as soon as he...
Maybe at work.
He might be. I'll just message here, Cole.
Yeah, get rid of Chris, and then come get Red from my car.
Okay, so I just sent him
Chris,
a
when he
message.
drops you off, get your car and come collect me.
Because giving it from PD's side, I don't know where he was in the
Barry
chase.
Boy's compound right now.
But this chase did go on for quite some time.
Are you okay?
Let's see. This is 224.
What happened?
And we go until... So this was almost a 30-minute chase.
Until I got better.
It was a 30-minute chase. That's crazy. It was, right?
It was way too
Does anyone
long
have dive equipment?
from my point of view.
From
Because I
your-
had no clue what had
I'm gonna try to
happened.
get you out of here. I don't care. I don't care to go to jail today.
This is at some point. This is when I told you I hired a lawyer.
We don't mind going to jail.
You hired a
Oh,
lawyer.
that's called.
We have three.
Yeah,
we
you'll
have
see.
3 on us at the moment.
Hi, sorry about that. I was
There he is. There he
looking.
is.
I was doing I'm doing a job right now, so I just didn't want to talk while the generator was on.
Gotcha. So this is kind of where we wanted to bring the PD side of things, the point of view, in from the chase, because yeah, it was a 30. So we're gonna get back to what Jen said here in a second. But it was a almost 30-minute chase, I think.
We're nearly there.
Yeah, around 30 minutes.
Which is a long time. I think we did 3 vehicle swaps. I was like, I don't know what the rules are for this stuff because I don't do chases.
Yeah, I believe it was. We know. I remember off the top of my head, like from memory, you guys did a good amount of swaps.
Yeah, we
to the
did.
point where that's when we started getting aggressive.
Yep.
I believe our limit is 2, and then we start getting aggressive.
But here's the thing: RP will always supersede the
That's true.
you know, the hardcore numbers of PD. So
Well,
even if
yeah.
they're like 3, it doesn't matter. If you get good people on that chase who respect RP, they're gonna let this linger.
If you're having fun, yeah.
And to point, that's a great point that you just made, because technically, Pillbox is a green zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
so what we pulled off.
we know he
there-
respects RP.
Exactly. It was like there was the RP there to back it up. We weren't there to shoot up EMS or kidnap EMS, because that would have definitely been a bannable offense. But the RP that it was building up to that moment, you know, yes, you're saying the RP over rules the rules sometimes.
Yeah.
Plus, we know Cricket is about RP.
I
yes,
mean,
He
we've had
respects
like literal shootouts in the driveway of Pillbox, and
Right.
no one's complained.
Oh Tragedies is in the chat, which is Pat saying something like this doesn't happen so much, so he wasn't going to pit right away, which I appreciate.
Exactly.
I appreciate that she did not pit right away.
Yeah.
Because it was a really good chase. Like I said, it went on for about 30 minutes. It was exciting. At one point, let's see if I can get to it, because there was a great part where this is where I could have got away.
What's the radio?
We lost them in the tunnels. And had I jumped out like at this one middle section up here, we would have been a done deal. We would have been, I would have been good. However, would have had a warrant out, right? They probably would have arrested my ass the next day or the day after. Who knows? We had every exit blocked with a cop going through. Oh, really? From the tunnel? So no matter what, we would have been caught at the end of the day, is what Pat's saying right now.
Oh yeah.
We're passing under. And Pat, if you're more than welcome, if you want to jump on too. I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it, but let me know if you'd like to jump in, and we can pull you in as well. So Cole, what part of the chase were you on? You were in?
So, yeah, I was kind of in different areas. I wasn't in the final parts of the chase. At that point, it was me and Nova stationed up at Killbox.
Okay, gotcha.
And what ended up happening was after you were in construction, and that's when I, tackled you a shit ton of times.
Oh my God, that construction. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that was I loved that because it was I believe it was me and Pat in construction, and then Nova showed up after, and then we're chasing you, and I'm trying to get you on the ground, but you keep getting up. You're just tanking all these linebacker tackles I'm giving you. And
let's see if we can get to. It was actually right about here. Yeah, right about here. We're coming up to it right now. Coming up behind me. So I'll keep it low volume so that you guys can keep talking.
Yeah.
Right here.
Because right down in that area you turned out of before you skipped. Me and Pat got into a gunfight there, and we're chasing you at this point. We get in here, and then when you get out on foot, that's when I go, oh no, she's mine. I'm coming after her. Because it's like, prior to everything going down, I head popped right before I got into the pillbox, so I was out for some vengeance at that point. But yeah, we're chasing you. Like, my thought is my thought during this is, oh wow, this is really this is really intense. But like through my character's eyes, he's chasing down somebody. He's he's only known as, you know, an amazing person that's, you know, patched him up when he needed to be patched up when she was EMS.
Right.
So it's hard when he's tackling you to the ground because he's thinking, fuck, I'm hurting mama, right? And he doesn't want that. But once you started getting back up and you were getting in that car, at that point, Cole and me are just like, okay, yeah, enough's enough. After that, I believe is when, I don't remember the timeline of events, but West got shot down at some point.
Right. They were getting a
And
little
I had to,
aggressive.
yeah, I had to go and break off to that because it was just Nova out there, and I believe it was before because that's when EMS started getting shot up there too. So
EMS was getting shot?
EMS got shot at. So not Tessa. Frig. I'm green haired. Violet. She showed up to take care of West, and me and Nova were just you know, covering West, making sure he was okay, and making sure the guy doesn't come back. When I'm turned around, I see a shot hit the tree where EMS is. I turn around and there's a guy right by the tunnels just unloading magazines towards me and EMS. So that whole time, me, Nova, and Violet are just trying to survive the onslaught of bullets getting sent our way.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was shooting. I didn't know EMS was getting hit too. But right here, I was so first of all, I was so confused by this construction zone. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't tell what street was what, and so I just kept running back to the middle because I'm like, and then the constant tackling.
Yeah, there's Pat.
Now, so here's the thing: every time you're getting tackled, you can't see it because I have my screen set to where you don't see that stuff down below. But every time you tackle, it takes away a bit of your health.
Yeah.
Or at least it was doing that to me. And so by the time I'm in the water swimming and all that stuff, and we'll go to it, but there's one final tackle that ends up taking me down towards the end of this whole thing. So
yeah, see, I wasn't there when you went into the water, because after this we broke off and went to secure kill box as a triage, because we knew some of the people we were dealing with were gonna try and go back to kill box, and there I am tackling you again.
Kill box or pill box?
Sorry, kill box. I get them always mixed up.
You mean okay, the hospital, right?
No, kill box.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the kill box in Little Soul. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then here's a shootout happening, and then I guess Dwight's shooting the cops' tires, is what Pat's saying. So it was all kinds of crazy. But then our tire got shot out too, right there. One of the cops shot our tire. So we weren't going to be lasting very long anyway. He shot this Lambo's tire on accident. Who, Dwight did? Oh shit. That was that was your end. So
yeah,
anyways, we get to you're fine. We get to the end right here, right? And it's it basically at this point just swimming for my ever loving life. Hoping that I could lose him in the water, which is like, come on, I know that's unlikely to happen, that we're going to lose somebody in the water. But I'm like nearly drowning myself every time because I'm taking too long to come back up. And that also takes away your health. when you're under the water like that, your health goes down a bit.
Yeah.
So then we get over here, the officer's already there, right? I'm like doing everything I can to try to get away from this guy. It's not happening.
Oh, yeah.
So we get up here, and here's where this pretty much comes to an end. I almost drowned right here again. Go ahead.
Yeah, the comms during that entire situation were probably, I think, the most chaotic I think I've heard, but also, like, I gotta say, some of the best.
Yeah. I'm still swimming.
Yeah. it was just I was hearing locations going out every single time, and I think it was Pat Pat that was just on top of those comms the entire time. And meanwhile, me and Nova are kind of like having bodies just being piled up a kill box
You fucking tase me.
because I believe it was we set up a kill box because we specifically didn't want you getting away.
Oh, okay. What? So you thought
Yeah.
we were gonna go to Killbox, or is that where?
We set up there because if you guys got into kill box, then you know you get the major advantage. But I think it was just they wanted the triage. I don't remember the whole thing for that one.
Oh,
Honestly.
got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So, tragedies. Did you want me to back it up to when Nova got shot? You were saying something about her getting shot. Were you trying to have me back it up to there? He was saying something about look at when Nova gets shot. Oh, when Dwight shot the tires on accident, he was shooting Nova. Gotcha. Okay. So then this is the scene right here with this officer. Who is this officer?
We didn't get away.
It was
That's
a good fucking chase,
no, that's
though.
not me.
That's Levi.
That was really Levi.
I saw the hat and went, oh, that's
I
me.
can't answer
Clearly.
the phone. Okay, so here's this scene with the
That was
the
pretty
officer
epic. They
here.
tried to get me out.
And Jen's still trying to call me over and over. And I can't answer. Come here. Just do me a solid. Just pretend you didn't find me.
Yeah, no,
I'll
like
do your hair.
at this point, like I'm sitting
won't
there,
bother
like
anybody.
looking over the roof of Killbox, going, like, what's gonna happen next? Because there was so much that you had orchestrated going on, and I was just so thoroughly impressed by how everything was, going down. I was like, there's got to be another trick up her sleeve or something. Like it was just
Honestly,
phenomenal.
there wasn't. It was just desperation to get out of the hospital. That's all that was.
Yeah.
There was no real plan. It was me relying on the syndicate and Dwight to get me out of there. The ultimate goal, though, however, it was not necessarily to escape PD. The ultimate goal was to get away from the hospital, from that therapist. So we, going to
Tessa, eh?
What's that?
You're talking about Tessa?
Yes. So
Okay.
it wasn't necessarily about trying not to go to jail. Like that part, whatever. If that was going to happen, that was fine. The point was my character could not have that therapy session. So even though we didn't necessarily get away and still ended up serving time in jail and whatnot, that was fine because we still accomplished what we intended, or I intended, which was to get out of Pillbox and get out of that therapy session with Tessa. So at the end, it was still a win. It was still what I needed to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So here's this scene here with Levi. Just once, please. I just want to be alone, please.
Listen, okay. I understand that you're entwined in some kind
Sorry,
of.
I just got to make a
situation
phone
here,
call
okay?
real quick.
I don't know
I'm
the
just gonna mute
entirety
real
of it.
quick.
All I know is I'm under strict orders that I have to be by your side, and I am to recover you.
Please. Please. Just let me go. I'm not gonna hurt anybody.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I just need to be let go, please.
We can't do that. We can't do that. What does that mean?
I just need you to let me go.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
What do you mean let you go? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You giving up on me? Won't you give up on me now? You've been through way too much. You just made me go through probably freaking an ocean's worth of water.
Please.
I drove all over the city backwards and forwards for you. Don't you give up on me now.
Just please let me go.
You got this. I need you to be strong right now, okay? We're gonna get to the bottom of this, and it's gonna be for the betterment.
I
of you
don't
and the
want
city.
anyone to get to the bottom of it. I
What kind
just
of
want to
secrets
be
do you
left
have?
alone.
You know we can't do that.
Yes, you can.
This has gotten bigger than you and me.
Please.
All right, Levi, we gotta take her back to triage.
Please
The rest
don't
of
take me back there. Just let me go. I was never supposed to be there in the first place. Please.
Hey, Pat. Hey, we got EMS men down here at the dock.
And then here I am going to plead with this officer. Officer, please come here. Please. Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Please. Just let me go, please.
I can't do that. That's my job. I can't. That's above me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No one has to know. No one has to know.
And then I would be without a job, ma'am.
I'm
just
not gonna
doing my part.
I'm not gonna say shit. Please. Please let me go. I don't want to go back there.
It sounds like you're under extreme distress. We can help you.
I don't need help. I don't need any help. Just let me go.
No, ma'am, I can't do that. My boss won't let me.
Please.
Just hang in there, okay?
We're
gonna get you some medical treatment.
I don't want it. I just want it.
You're in extreme pain, and pain makes people say things that they don't actually mean. Trust me, I've been there.
Just tell them that I slipped back into the water. And I swam, and you don't know how it happened. Please.
I can't do that. I cannot do that. I took an oath, ma'am. I took an oath.
Fuck your oath for 1 minute. Please do this for me. Please. Officer, please.
I believe at this point, we're trying to figure out why you haven't been brought to Killbox yet, because we want you brought there where all the officers are.
Right.
And EMS still has yet to even arrive. And I'm sitting there going over the radio like, hey, did we get her? Is she coming? What's going on? And everybody's just sitting there going, we have no clue. We need her over at Killbox.
Oh, okay. So that's the triage that got set up over there, yeah. So what? You guys were just trying to get tabs on where I was, is what you're saying? What was so?
Yeah,
what was
I believe
so
so.
What was so detrimental about her being brought to Killbox? I'm sorry.
I believe it was that we wanted you there, from what I wanted you there in the event that, say, you're
breaking up.
Plan to get
yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. 1 second.
I think he's got some reception issues. I know. He's an insane driver.
All right, there we go. Better?
Oh, much better. Perfect. Okay, so you were saying?
Sorry about that. My Discord crashes. But I believe it was because we wanted it to be that if you got up, there was not going to be any more surprises where maybe you had a second plan to get away. We didn't. That's from what I gathered. But because it was just all I know is it was important that Red was brought to Killbox as soon as possible.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, there were no tricks up my sleeve.
Fair enough.
It was just I relied heavily on the syndicate and Dwight to come up with something to get me out of there. So I was at their mercy, honestly. And shout out to them for their driving, and they're way more experienced at that stuff than my character is. So I have to give them a shout out because they came in hot and heavy and really helped me out there. So then now we're at the point where obviously we're caught, and then EMS, give them a shout out too because they provide incredible RP with the triage that's set up and the medical that they provided. I'm super impressed with the quality and level of RP that we've been getting out of EMS recently. So,
Oh yeah, no, agreed.
yeah, I'm so excited to see where that's gonna go for EMS. So, anyways, we are gonna fast forward it a bit. I think, where is Jen at this point? You're still in surgery during or did you get out of surgery
No.
already?
I'm out.
You were out of surgery.
On my side, it's 2:58.
2:58.
That's
Okay,
when she comes back from surgery and has that empty hallway.
All right, 2:50.
Yeah, there's like a little tiny portion that's muted at that point, but this is when she kind of like goes on this red as a coward. She wouldn't get help.
Ooh, that's dirty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had posted something on Birdie, was like, I never thought it would be like the people to pull the trigger. I don't remember what it was. Something like that.
I'll just play some music while it's until it gets unmuted.
It's funny because now, like, watching back now, she's like, ugh.
There it goes.
She rips the photo.
I think I like how I somehow unintentionally get a little bit more involved towards near like the later parts, because all Cole's trying to do at this point is hunt down for a therapist because the boy's been through some shit, and he goes to PD and then just has to go through more shit. So I love how it happens like unintentionally all the time to this guy.
Yeah.
Did you see this part?
No, I have not seen this part.
Okay. Yeah. Jen was a little angry.
Yeah, I can see that. Jawbreaker says, and since a lot of gangs use Killbox, they might have assumed they'd go there and shoot it out in an... Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey.
See? She really was upset. And man, some of the songs that were playing were like perfect.
Oh, ouchie, wouchie.
I think I renamed you Dora Coward or something like that.
Ouch.
It was bad. It was good, but it was bad, you know.
Too bad those notes disappear so quickly now.
I know.
Like anything
I think
you
I
put
said
on the
that in the stream.
ground. Yeah, it sucks.
She was just like, anything that would be hurtful.
I think your music is on. Yeah, you're unmuted now. So there we go. Everyone was right. Everyone was right about what? That I was going to leave you? Explain that.
I don't think there was a real explanation. I think it was just...
Oh, okay.
You know, when you're angry, just throw out anything possible. Oh, I think maybe because, maybe, I think there was some conversation earlier on about how, like, you know, you're not good for me or something like that.
Oh.
So, sorry,
yeah.
kiddo.
So yeah, I'm like in obviously the prison or either down or something when you're trying to call me.
You're down here because I'm able to kind of work the system and find out where you are, but you'll see. This is major just anger. Because she had called me when I was down constantly, which is the funniest part. So I was like, I'm just going to do this over and over again. I'll hang up, do it again.
I wish it was still the thing where if someone was down, that it would go straight to their voicemail. Because you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference between someone not being awake and then someone being down. There was
Right.
the way it would go to voicemail was different. And that's how I could always tell. But they stopped that. So now it's like, I don't know if they're just ignoring me or.
Which rightfully so. That makes more sense.
It does make more sense that
You wouldn't
yeah.
know.
And yeah, so this is I'm actually down where
Yeah,
on the
this is when you're-
docks where I was sitting there crying. That was this part where you were calling over and over again.
I'm not even like letting it fully ring. I'm like, ring, hang up.
You're just doing it out of spite at this point.
Oh yeah, at this point, yeah. Like, remember me?
I think I was hanging up on you at some of them too. But not because I could hang, like, so I can't answer, right? There's no way to answer your phone, but if you hit backspace when you're down, it hangs it up. So that's what I was doing, is so it wouldn't just sit there and ring and ring and ring.
Well, that fueled it.
Yeah, you both did this? Yeah, we both did this to each other.
Because now she's like, well, you know, Red's out there living her life, and I'm in here and I'm stuck.
Right.
You know?
Well, it wasn't even living my life, you know.
Yeah, but
I
that's
wouldn't
what
call
Jen
prison
thought, right?
life. Yeah.
Here we go, Jen trying to get out.
And I did feel bad. I really did. But it was kind of one of those things of, I don't think Jen really wants out of the hospital. I don't think she really wants to go back to PD. She really wants to get better.
Jen wanted out of the hospital, 100%. I mean, still
she wanted
teetering on a
your
lawsuit for them, but yeah.
Yeah, but you wanted your life back too. You wanted to go back to PD.
Yeah,
You wanted all that. So it was kind of, it was, if I get you out of there, then I'm gonna just put you back at the start of you trying to go where you want to go. It was like it would have been a reset.
The best thing that could explain it is Mama is Jen's PD, or Jen's PD is Mama to you. Like that pushing and pulling of who she was, you know, so I don't need you.
So you mean, like the way Red is to Mama?
Yeah, like that battle, like
the back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually. I like that.
Yeah.
So then all the anger, it looks like this is pretty much where
now I think it's at some point she settles her ass down. And then she starts writing like a real letter, I think. Can't remember, after trying to break. I mean, that place will drive you nuts. I'm sorry, like lock me in anywhere. It does. It drives me nuts. I feel like I actually can't breathe.
A little
like I need out of here.
claustrophobic and shit and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I felt when I was in there with the Nines. I was like,
oh God, can you imagine? I mean, I can imagine. You did it, so. So it looks like you're writing something here. Oh goodness.
Yeah, this is almost like her moment of like, you know, like that's. There was no one who knocked down the hall.
Hey, thank you so much, Kenny, for the gifted. I appreciate that.
And I think there's a song. It's gonna be hard to hear.
It looks. Is it gonna come? I might be muted. Hold on.
I can.
Is it?
I think it comes on soon.
Okay.
And I keep looking back to the hallway. Ugh. That crushed me.
There it is.
Yeah, let it all go.
Ouch.
Strong enough to let you go.
All because I escaped.
It was so much more than that, and that was it. But
yeah.
what you don't see, which I don't know why, I actually think I left. I like logged out. And I came back in and I was like, but Jen doesn't find out like what happened that night. Like, where is she?
Right.
So
Right.
what you don't see is that Jen ended up calling the cops in to put a restraining order out on Red.
Oh, right.
And then they called a lawyer in. And she was just trying to, like, obviously, A, find out where you were, B, have company. And they came in and they talked about the restraining order. And someone said, well, can't do it now because she's in jail. And then Jen's like, well, oh, Jen said, no. What happened was Jen said, yeah, I'll sign it. Can I have your laptop? And they handed the laptop, and I could see that you were in jail. And then they said, well, right now she's in jail. So it was like, oh, okay, yeah. It
And
took
that's
me
how
all
you
that. And
found
then they're
out.
like, do you want to do it? I'm like, no. But that's how I found out you were in jail.
Gotcha. Okay, so there was, let me see, a couple more points that there was all that. Then going to jail, getting sentenced. Did you end up seeing the conversation with Dwight?
Yes.
You
I
did?
did go
Okay.
back and I watched that. That was good.
Okay, because that is one part that I want to highlight here. So, and for anyone who doesn't remember or has, only been around recently, Dwight is Mama's ex. So they used to be together when he was on PD. A whole bunch of stuff went down. They broke up. And he's always tried. Thank you so much for the gifted penny. He's always tried to finagle his way back into Mama's life. And she just keeps putting her foot down and absolutely refusing because basically he blackmailed her. is how they ended up breaking up. So, long story short, this is the first time that Red or Mama, whoever, has not only relied on Dwight for something since they broke up because she pushes him away. This is the first time she's asked for his help, first time that she relied on him for anything, and the first time that they've had a actual heartfelt conversation about anything since almost a year ago. So this is kind of actually a big conversation, and it involves a little bit of insight of while you'll see. There's a reason that Jen is framing Red. I'm sorry, backwards. Red is framing Jen to be the bad guy in this story, and betraying her. But also, there's more to it, and I don't want to just say it, but you'll see when he starts talking about wanting to kill Jen. Like, I'm going to take Jen out. I'm going to kill her. She steps in and says, "No, you're not." So, were you going to say something, Jen?
No, I was yawning. It's my fault.
Oh, you were yawning. Okay. So I'm going to let this play here real quick. I do have to step away to take care of something, so it's I'll be back in just a couple quick minutes. But this is a really good conversation, and listen closely to how at first Mama or Red is making Jen out to be this really bad guy, but then having to stop and backtrack and be like, no, you're not going to touch her. You're not going to hurt her. And there's a reason for it. So let's get this here. Okay, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Keep your head up. I don't want to see. Keep your fucking head up. You've been in probably worse situations than this shit, and no, that's not
I
the
can
Red I
barely
fucking
walk
know.
right now.
Do you need me to carry you?
No.
Let's
I
go.
don't need anybody. Ugh, I can't move the fucking door. It's too heavy.
I got it. Whatever this cup to.
Thank you for trying.
We'll get him next time.
It was a good try, though.
Oh, I'm fucking bleeding. Jesus. Red. Mama, whoever this is.
I can barely hear you.
Said Red and Mama, whoever this is. Miss Pete.
Stop walking so close.
What happened?
I shouldn't be here.
Said I shouldn't be here?
I shouldn't be here.
We tried. What happened last night?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You shouldn't be. Oh, you shouldn't be here. Did you try to hurt yourself?
They win. I lose. End of story.
Who's they?
Everyone.
What happened to Jen?
She betrayed me.
With PD?
They win. I lose.
You trying to tell me Jen was PD all along?
She's going back.
Did you do? Are you the reason why she's in the hospital?
No. I didn't do that.
Let's talk over here. Out of all people, you would think I'll be the last person to help you, huh?
I'll admit I'm shocked.
How did she betray you?
She's going back to PD. She's gonna tell them everything.
Now, did she tell you she was going to PD, or did you find out on your own will?
She told me. She told me to get out of the room. I'm gonna hate her.
You think she's gonna tell them everything for real?
She already did.
1 second. So what you're saying is she needs to die?
No.
What do you mean no? Like, explain to me what's no. She fucking betrayed you. You fucking let her in. Something that you didn't let happen with me. You let her in. She fucking gets all the information, does shit with you, betrays you, goes back to PD, tells you she's going back to PD, snitches on you.
Leave her alone.
No.
That's an order. Leave her alone.
You're up to something.
See, he ain't stupid.
You're up to something. I hate seeing you like this. It's like every single person you bring onto your wing and help.
Including you. You're one
I
of
never
them.
hurt you. I haven't hurt you
Oh,
or
yes, you
did half the things these people have done. The most I've done was the blackmail crap. That was that. It was a picture. That was that. If you want to let it out, we'll let it out. I never put a gun to your head. I never kidnapped you. I never freaking stabbed you, shot you. I've never done any of that. Matter of fact, when these little shits and these little assholes were trying to stop you from doing your weed and doing all that stuff, I was there. Whenever you needed help with something, if I was able to help, I was there. Me, Dwight, Dweeby, I was there. So no. It's not even you. No. Yeah, I did what I did. Yeah, it was that, but it was not to any amount of what these other people have done to you. I've never snitched on you. When you got raided and I was PD, they knew all of that before I got into force. Okay? So I never snitched on you.
No, but
I
you
never
were upset
called
that you
another.
didn't take me down first.
I mean,
You
of
said
course.
that.
Of course.
What's up,
Of course.
USMC?
I'm gonna admit it. Don't act like you didn't hurt me too. We're both hurt. But saying and doing the shit that I did doesn't even hit the freaking scratch the surface to what everyone else has done to you. So yeah, I've hurt you. But you could put a band-aid over what I did. You can't put a band-aid over what these fuckers did. You can't put a band-aid to what Open State did to you. You can't put a freaking band-aid to what Jen Saito just did to you. You let her in.
My mistake.
You believed, but in the wrong person.
And you think it should have been you.
I'm not saying it should have been me. I probably would have left you like I always leave everybody. But not in that manner. But when I needed you to believe in me and actually do believe in me, you didn't. And guess what?
How you feeling?
So let me just fast forward it a
She's-
little bit here. No, until to get to the end of that
Yet
conversation.
again. Jen Saito at that.
Leave her
Whatever.
alone.
You're not my boss.
Yet.
I don't think you can ever be my boss. Now, we could probably be partners. Maybe. But you'll never be my boss. Now, I'm telling you this. If you wanted me to prove to you one of the conversations we have on how you can trust me, Jen Saito is going to die.
No. Leave her alone.
Who's going to stop me?
Trust me. Leave her alone.
You're up to something and you don't want to tell me what it is. But if you want me to leave her alone, I'll leave her alone.
You know I'm not stupid, right?
Yeah. I know you're not stupid. I do know that the brain is not in the right state of mind, though. But yet again, it never has been. So, you do what you gotta do. Whenever you need me, like you did today, I'm a phone call away.
Thank you. If I find out that you've touched her,
What you gonna do? Kill me? Red. Who says I don't don't already want to be dead.
You said it yourself. You said it yourself. Get back here. Dwight.
Yes.
You said it yourself. I'm up to
I
something.
said what myself? Yeah. And I'll let you do what you have to do.
Leave it at that.
That's all you had to say. Told you stop telling me subliminal shits and just tell me what it is.
Not gonna
You're up to
tell you
something.
what it
Leave
is.
it at that. No, don't tell me what it is, but tell me what it is. You're up to something. Point blank period.
Don't tell me
That's
what it is,
fine.
but tell
I
me what it
won't
is.
put a finger on it.
So, that whole thing that just that conversation was intended to basically state that I was still holding out hope, I guess you could say, because part of me was hoping that this was still all an act. I thought hopefully both of us are putting on a big act right now, because I hadn't had that conversation with Jen just yet. We ended up having it the next day, where I kind of figured out that where Jen's mindset was, and she truly did from what I could tell, truly did want to go back to PD. But we hadn't had that conversation yet, and so right there was a holdout for hope, a little bit of hope that maybe Jen was putting on an act still. And that's why I was telling Dwight, don't touch her, leave her alone, because this could still be part of a big plan, for Jen to get back to PD, but not really get back to PD, but I don't know. So I don't want to assume too much from Jen's point, unless you want to touch on that at all, Jen.
No, I think you did good. I think you did well in that explanation.
Yeah. So, we of course end up, the next day having a conversation where I'm trying to get more to the bottom of where Jen's mindset is and trying to figure out where her true intentions are. What's that?
That was a good conversation. I was looking back.
Yeah, that was the next
that beginning
day.
of my stream where we have that conversation. Jen's like, "He didn't call back," and then we have that conversation. That was good. That was a good.
Which led to the day after that making the decision that I made, which we'll hopefully get into next one that we go over. What I'm kind of sad about, though, I'm going to be honest, is what I did end up doing, which I'm sure a lot of people already know about with the wiping of your memory. I feel like it was an intention of trying to give you a gift, right? Trying to give you your life back, in a sense that you didn't know about any of this stuff, and allowing you to go to PD with a clear conscience in a way. But at IRL, I was sad because I felt like that was cutting off a good chunk of RP that you and I had together. Which doesn't mean that it's gonna stay that way, because you never know. Right. You never know where stuff's gonna go. You never know where the RP could head, but it definitely they put things on hold for now, at the very, very least.
Yeah, it's definitely put space between us.
Yeah, a little bit of space, which is sad, but hopefully we'll see where it ends up going. Cole, did you have anything else that you wanted to put out or to add to what kind of Cole's side of things were during that whole thing, seeing Jen in an old PD partner of his in the state that she was in, or seeing Mama, the old EMS doctor, seeing where she's at now. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, Cole's still, he's still relatively new to PD. He's been there for, I want to say, about a month now.
Well,
and,
weren't you on
bunch
PD
of shit.
before, or no?
No. Cole was never on PD up until like I said, about a month ago. He was working
Oh.
with 2 other guys trying to start up a business, and then those 2 other guys resorted to petty crime, and that's when Cole decided, no, I'm gonna go the right way and go with PD.
I thought you were an officer, like an officer that used to work with Jen and stuff like that. Okay.
No, but we have had a
No.
previous RP together.
Okay, so you kind of know each
Yeah.
other anyway.
He knew Jen as PD.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so go ahead. To your perspective then.
Yeah. So that whole situation, those whole few days, really did like a massive toll on my character. When he came to the hospital, because he was looking for Tessa, everybody was like, "Yeah, go talk to Tessa. She can help you out with some therapy. You know, it might do some good for you." He had already talked with Nova. He's like, "Listen, I don't want to risk my job here, but I got to go get some therapy because the shit that happened with Jen down at Polito and everything leading up to that, it was too much."
What happened with Jen at Polito?
He goes there, and
which part are you talking about?
when Jen went down at Polito.
When you went down at Polito?
When Jen went down at Polito, or not Polito.
In Mexico?
Wow. Yeah, in Mexico.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. Good, gotcha. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I got that mixed up. But yeah, that really took a turn for Cole. And so when he approaches Tessa, first thing she says to him is, "Oh, thank God, an officer's here. Can you go talk to Jen, please?" And Cole walks through those doors. It's, "Hey, Jen, how you doing?" He wants to make sure she's okay. And it's not even a hello back. It's, "I want to put a restraining order on Red." And that, kind of does something there. So they try to go through the proper channels. And that's when the lawyer shows up, and Tessa comes up to Cole and she goes, "Hey, do you think I can visit Red in prison?"
Mm-hmm.
And, I throw it up in the wall. I'm like, "Hey, are they able to visit? Like, what's going on?" And it's like, yeah, no, if Red's in prison, Tessa can go visit. Because Tessa wanted to talk to Red about maybe seeing if Red could help her out, or not Red, sorry, if Tessa could help Red out, and maybe just try and, see if there's anything Tessa could do.
Mm-hmm.
So Cole drives Tessa up to the prison, and that's when we have that interaction where I come out, you're standing in the rain. And it was sad to see that.
I have
combine that with the way.
Yeah, you keep talking, and I'll just pull that part up and just turn the volume down. You just keep talking.
Yeah, combine that with the way that, Red's walking and just sitting there right in the rain. It's heartbreaking. It's just completely.
He's talking about right about here. Yeah.
Changed and find out, one of the people he had such high hopes and respect for has taken such a turn. It's soul shattering, and it finally, seeing her in that prison was the wake up call that Cole needed for the fact of, well, Mama's not Mama anymore, and you got to let go of that fact.
That's true.
So the entire time that I'm standing behind you while you're talking with Tessa, Cole's sitting there thinking of how does he treat her? How does he act around her now? Because this is a completely different person than what he's used to, and he doesn't think that there's ever going to be Mama again. So up until that point, he's just in his own head fighting his own demons on how he's going to move forward from these events that have very clearly messed with him and just kind of left him a little just heartbroken and just in a state of depression that he's currently trying to hide from everybody. But it's just it's getting too much for him. And I'm don't know what's next.
Right. Yeah. And I'm digging the walk that she's got going on right now. I switch in and out of that walk. When I'm bald, I walk like that, but when I'm in my disguises, I don't, obviously, and that's intentional. But that walk,
Yeah.
I feel like really does portray. That's the word I'm looking for. The true change, the final changes that have been happening with Red now. She is in complete control. There is no more switching back and forth between Mama and Red. Any hints of Mama that comes out at this point is an act by Red herself to avoid burning any bridges. If there's certain people that we're talking to that we need to, like when I'm doing the doctor stuff, right? When I'm doing the medical work, that is now strictly Red pretending to be Mama. So that way there's still the sweet interaction almost, but that's not actually Mama coming out anymore. And I kind of I'm using a little bit of inspiration from it was one of the newer Spider-Man movies that came out that had like, I think it had all those like all the different Spider-Man actors in it. It was like the multiverse.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then it had the guy the guy that played the Green Goblin, where he basically was the Green Goblin the whole time, pretending to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's spider senses kept going off, and he couldn't figure out why. That's kind of where I'm drawing that inspiration from. It is no longer Mama coming out. Is no longer Mama showing face at all. That part is over. It is strictly Red, and so that's why I chose, to have a specific look and a specific walk, to try to really portray that Mama is completely gone. She's gone. So thank you for pointing that out. I'm glad that that's getting noticed, because that was the intention. So, Jen, did you have anything else that you wanted to throw out there in regards to some of the stuff that we were?
In regards to that.
To what?
No, I said nothing in regards to that.
No, I mean anything else in regards to any of the other parts of the RP? Not necessarily that part, no? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, I think we're about wrapped up here. Did anyone in the chat have any questions before we hang it out? I'm going to actually just get it to the end of this conversation. Because Tessa's really good here, but it's a kind of a long one, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing.
You're safe along your path.
Oh yeah, Tessa's amazing.
That's fine. But it's right here.
No matter
just
where
the
you
end of
are,
this conversation.
And everything between us remains between us. That's just all I wanted to say to you, okay, Red?
That's fine.
I know that time is what gains trust. And I'm going to show you, through and through, that that's what you can get from me, okay?
Unfortunately, that's a lie.
I promise. I promise that I will earn otherwise.
And I promise you won't.
Cole, can you do me one favor?
Yeah, what's up?
And so the walkout right there was, I felt bad a little bit, because I don't want her to feel like, I don't want to upset her or insult her or anything, because she's really good. I was at a point where I was like, damn, if I didn't know where I was taking my character, I probably would have just been like, oh, okay, and started therapy with her. She was that good. I almost thought she was reading from a script at one point. I was like, oh yeah, my God.
The therapy section that I've had with her has been phenomenal.
I bet. And
she really knows what she's doing.
And when it does hopefully someday get to that point, I hope she's still doing therapy in the city, because I would love to do that RP with her when we are finally to a point where Mama's trying to come back. But that won't probably be for a while, because there's a lot that has to go on before that happens. But all in all, I think this, like, RP, the people that have been getting involved with all this and the storyline has just been incredible. I know, Jen, you've been on vacation for the last week. So are you planning to get back into the city? Are you planning to start streaming all that stuff again?
So, yeah, I've been back 2 days. Well, 1 day. So, yesterday and today. And I haven't streamed because I'm exhausted.
I bet.
I
bet.
And a lot of it's just been PD work, so
right.
There hasn't been like any kind of outside RP. So no, I haven't streamed yet. I'm not even streaming right now. Just because, like I said, it's a little crazy here.
Yeah, no worries.
Post vacation and then my kid getting hurt, so a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, but intentions at some point to start that back up again, I'm sure.
Of course.
So, when are you gonna start streaming, Cole?
I do it a lot actually.
Where?
On Twitch.
Wait, what's your? Do I not follow you? Is it
Same
under
as my
your Twitch handle?
It's the same as my Discord.
Oh my God! Let me follow you right now. Yeah. I did not know that.
I started streaming back in high school just for fun of it, and then I picked it back up recently when I got a brand new computer because I was like, oh, finally I can start playing some more Aftermath because my old computer was an all-in-one, and it was so slow. Oh my God, I had to take it so slow or my computer was just gonna blow up. So now that I've got a webcam, I've got a headset, I've got an actual working PC, I started streaming again. So usually I just stream whenever I want, just for fun. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, I just dropped you a follow. I don't know if you ever saw this. You just handed me the business card with Tessa's information. That's what the scene is that's playing right now. And it didn't. I know we were having an issue with it showing the information, and I said, "Don't worry about it. I can see it." The whole reason I did that is because of right here. I was gonna throw it in the trash anyway, so I ended up dumping the business card right there at the back of the prison because I had no intentions of getting in contact with her, obviously. So. Yeah. But anyways, so that's pretty much wrapping up to the episode today. We'll figure out. It probably won't be for a few days. I'll get with the group and with Jen and see when we want to try to do the next one. The next one will probably be. I think it's going to be both episodes combined from the one where Jen and her had that conversation. The next day, a few different conversations about her breaking out of the hospital and not taking Jen with her and all that. And then the day after that where Red goes ahead and gives her the quote-unquote gift of starting over. So we'll do... You want me to post that link? Cole, are you near your phone where you can post your Twitch stream channel in the chat for me? Are you able to do that?
Just give me 1 second. I don't want to... Yeah, just give me 1 second. I don't want to be on my phone while I drive, so just give me 1 here.
Or, okay. If you can. If
there we go. Okay, I'm pulled up the side. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's
I'm pulled off to the side on the highway. I'm okay.
Okay, there's a couple of people that were asking for it.
Oh,
so yeah,
we'll
do that.
All right, let's see.
We'll do that episode, the next one, where we'll cover both of those days. But I think I want to dedicate an entire episode after that to Jen. Strictly what she did. Well, maybe we'll see. Yeah, I think I want to do that because it was was it the next day or the same day that you were racing to get the antidote?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good question.
We'll have to figure that out.
The next day is just speaking out about the betrayal,
right?
And trying to get out of the hospital, which made it worse because
Yeah.
So that's when you took me up to the greenhouse and were like, "Hey, this is where it's safe," and the cops came. Yeah, that one.
Correct. And then I gave you the option to. The next day is when I gave you the option to do the
day after that, yeah.
So I think I want to dedicate yeah, well, I'll figure it out, but I definitely want to take time to go through Jen's side after having taken the memory wipe and her the race against time that she had with fate trying to stop her at every turn. I think that was absolute amazing RP on her end, and so I want to spend more time going into that and digging that one. Oh, there you go, Miss Philo.
Episodes away.
Miss Philo, thank you so much for posting that.
Thanks.
All right. There she goes. She got
I
it
was
for
just about
us.
to post it there.
Yeah, so it was incredible RP, and I really want to go in depth on everything that happened with that one. So, like I said, we'll get with the group, we'll get with Jen, we'll plan out when we start up the next one. It probably won't be for a few days. I know we got a nice 3-day weekend going on here, and give people a chance to hang out with their family and their friends, and then we'll figure out when we're going to do the next one. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you both for being on the call. Hopefully, next round we can get a couple more people to join us. I know it's like I said, it's Saturday. People want to hang out with their families, and I can understand that. But Cole, thank you so much. Jen, thanks again as always for being a part of it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
All right, you guys.
Have a good day, guys.
You too. Take care. All right. That was fun. That was some good shit that we got going on. Can't wait for the next one, honestly. It's going to be a great episode to go over in detail with y'alls. Did anyone have any questions before it wouldn't let you click it? It might be because you refreshed. Here, let me try and post it again for you, Candace. It might be because if you backed out of Twitch and then came back in, it won't let you click on it. It erases the link. So there. I just posted again. See if you can get to it there from that one. Excuse me. So, did anyone else real quick before we wrap it up? Did anyone in the chat have any questions that they wanted to ask? Go ahead and ask real quick. I'll give it about a minute to see. If you have a question, just put a 1, and that way I'll know. And if you don't, I'll give it about 30 seconds. Put a 1 in the chat if you got a question you want me to hold on before we switch it on over. There we go. I'm getting all my stuff switched back here. We're going to put that there. Okay. No, nobody has questions? Okay, cool beans. So, let me go ahead. We're going to turn these things off. There we go. And I'm going to leave it on this screen right here. I'm going to go run to the restroom and grab a drink, and then we are going to hop in the city and get started. Let's see what's going on, because I know they were saying it was a busy day in the city already. Yeah, there's already a good chunk of people in there. So we're going to give me a few minutes. I will be back, and then we'll hop in and get started. You did it? Awesome. Okay, cool beans. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes, guys.